Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. When life starts moving too fast and the pressure keeps piling up, even someone who looks calm and confident on the outside can feel completely drained on the inside. Sarah Drew, known and loved by Hallmark audiences for her warmth, emotional depth, and comforting screen presence, recently opened up about an unexpected self-care practice she turns to when burnout begins to take hold. And what she shared feels surprisingly relatable, refreshingly honest, and deeply human. Burnout doesn't always arrive with loud warning signs. Sometimes it sneaks in quietly, disguised as exhaustion you can't sleep off, a loss of excitement for things you once loved, or a constant feeling of being on with no real off switch. Sarah Drew admits that for a long time, she tried to push through those feelings, telling herself that rest could wait and that productivity mattered more. Like many people, she believed self-care had to look a certain way: spa days, vacations, or perfectly curated routines. But over time, she learned that real self-care isn't always glamorous, and it doesn't always make sense to anyone else. What surprised many fans is that Sarah's go-to practice when she feels burned out isn't about escaping her life, but about slowing down enough to truly be present in it. Instead of adding more activities or chasing quick fixes, she intentionally creates space to reconnect with herself in quiet, grounding ways. She describes it as giving herself permission to pause without guilt. That permission alone, she says, can feel revolutionary in a world that constantly rewards overwork. One of the most powerful parts of her routine is allowing herself to step away from noise, both external and internal. When burnout hits, Sarah leans into silence. That might mean sitting alone without music, without a phone, without distraction. At first, silence can feel uncomfortable, even unsettling, because it brings thoughts and emotions to the surface. But she's learned that those moments of stillness help her process stress instead of carrying it around unresolved. Silence becomes a reset button, not an escape. She also emphasizes listening to her body rather than fighting it. Instead of forcing herself to power through fatigue, she slows her pace. If her body needs rest, she rests. If it needs movement, she chooses gentle, intuitive motion rather than intense workouts. This could look like a slow walk, stretching, or simply breathing deeply and intentionally. The goal isn't performance, it's restoration. Another unexpected aspect of Sarah Drew's self-care practice is creativity without pressure. While she's known as an actress, she doesn't always turn to acting-related work when she's burned out. Sometimes she writes without an agenda, paints without worrying about the result, or engages in small creative acts that are just for her. These moments remind her that creativity can exist without deadlines, expectations, or judgment. It becomes a form of emotional release rather than another task to complete. Sarah also talks openly about emotional honesty as a form of self-care. Instead of minimizing how overwhelmed she feels, she names it. She acknowledges when she's exhausted, anxious, or stretched too thin. That honesty extends to conversations with people she trusts. By sharing what she's really experiencing, she lightens the emotional load. Burnout thrives in isolation, but honesty creates connection, and connection can be incredibly healing. One of the most relatable parts of her approach is how she reframes rest. For Sarah, rest isn't something you earn after doing enough. It's something you deserve because you're human. She challenges the idea that rest equals laziness and replaces it with the belief that rest is necessary for sustainability. This shift in mindset allows her to care for herself without shame, even when the world expects constant productivity. She's also learned the importance of boundaries. When burnout starts creeping in, she takes a closer look at where her energy is going. Are there commitments that no longer align with her values? Are there situations draining her more than they give back? Setting boundaries doesn't always mean saying no to everything. It means choosing what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. For Sarah, this clarity helps protect her emotional and mental well-being. What makes her self-care practice especially powerful is that it's adaptable. It changes depending on the season of her life. Some days, self-care might look like solitude. Other days, it might look like laughter with loved ones or asking for help when things feel too heavy. She doesn't treat self-care as a rigid routine, but as an ongoing conversation with herself. Sarah Drew's openness resonates because it removes the pressure to do self-care right. Her message is clear. Self-care doesn't have to be trendy, expensive, or Instagram-worthy. It just has to be honest. It has to meet you where you are. Burnout isn't a personal failure, it's a signal. And when you listen to that signal with compassion instead of criticism, healing becomes possible. By sharing her unexpected approach, Sarah reminds us that taking care of ourselves isn't selfish, it's essential. Especially for those who give so much of themselves to others, learning to pause, reflect, and restore can make all the difference. Her experience serves as a gentle reminder that sometimes the most powerful form of self-care is simply slowing down, tuning in, and allowing yourself to be exactly where you are without judgment. In a world that constantly demands more, Sarah Drew's perspective invites us to choose less noise, more presence, and deeper care for ourselves. And that may be the most unexpected, yet meaningful practice of all. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.